you're lifting weights, feeling the rush. The first rep felt easy, but each subsequent lift demanded more effort until you simply couldn't continue. Inside your arm, the muscles responsible for lifting have become unable to contract. Why do our muscles get tired? We often blame lactic acid or energy depletion, but these factors don't fully explain muscle fatigue. There's another major player: the muscle's ability to respond to signals from the brain. Understanding the true origins of why muscles get tired will revolutionize your approach to fitness and your perception of your body's amazing capabilities. Muscle fatigue, more than just lactic acid and energy depletion. In the world of fitness and physiology, muscle fatigue is a universal experience, yet its true nature is often misunderstood. The burning sensation and soreness we feel often lead us to immediately blame lactic acid accumulation. While it's true that lactic acid is produced during anaerobic exercise and high concentrations can contribute to discomfort, recent research suggests its role in actually causing muscles to cease contraction is not as significant as once thought. Similarly, the idea that muscles tire because they've run out of energy also needs re-evaluation. Even when muscles are utterly exhausted, we often still have sufficient ATP molecules, the primary energy source for muscle activity. So, what is the real reason why muscles get tired if it's not these two commonly cited factors? The electrochemical dialogue between brain and muscle. To truly grasp the root causes of fatigue, we must delve into how muscles work. Every muscle contraction begins with a command from the brain. This signal, in the form of an electrical impulse, travels incredibly fast along specialized nerve fibers called motor neurons. These motor neurons extend from your spinal cord all the way to individual muscle fibers. When the signal reaches the end of a motor neuron, it encounters a tiny gap known as the neuromuscular junction, where the neuron and muscle cell meet but don't touch. Here, a remarkable chemical exchange takes place. The motor neuron releases a crucial neurotransmitter called acetylcholine. Acetylcholine binds to specific receptors on the muscle cell membrane, much like a key unlocking a door. The decisive role of ions, sodium, potassium, and calcium. As these doors open, a flood of charged particles, or ions, begins. Outside the muscle cell, there's an abundance of sodium ions, Na+. Inside, potassium ions, K+, are predominant. When the channels open, sodium rushes into the muscle cell, while potassium flows out. This rapid movement of charged particles alters the electrical potential across the muscle cell membrane, generating a powerful electrical signal called an action potential. This is the spark that initiates muscle contraction. This action potential quickly propagates across the muscle cell like an electrical wave. This wave, in turn, triggers the release of another incredibly important ion, calcium, Ca2+, which is stored within the muscle cell. Calcium is the true hero of muscle contraction. When calcium is released, it enables the structural proteins within the muscle fiber, actin and myosin, to bind together and slide past each other, causing the muscle to shorten and contract. This process requires energy, and that energy comes from the molecule ATP, adenosine triphosphate. ATP not only powers the sliding of actin and myosin, but also helps pump sodium and potassium ions back to their original positions across the membrane after each contraction, preparing the muscle for the next contraction. Why muscles go on strike. Even when energy is plentiful, the problem begins when muscle contractions are repeated hundreds or thousands of times. With each contraction, a small amount of sodium, potassium, and calcium ions aren't perfectly pumped back to their original locations. They might drift further away from the muscle cell membrane. While muscles continuously produce ATP to sustain activity, and despite the body's efforts to maintain stable pH levels, this localized ion imbalance is the crucial reason why muscles get tired. After numerous continuous contractions, the concentration of sodium, potassium, or calcium ions near the muscle cell membrane might no longer be high enough to properly re-establish the action potential system. This means that even if the brain continues to send strong signals for the muscles to contract, the muscle cells simply cannot generate the necessary action potential. Even though the command has been issued, the switch cannot be flipped and the muscles simply become unresponsive. This is the true limit of muscle function. Recovery and adaptation, the power of rest and training. Fortunately, muscle fatigue is not permanent. While ions like sodium, potassium, and calcium become locally depleted at the muscle cells, they remain abundant in other parts of the body. With a little rest, these ions will return home, flowing back to the areas where they are needed, sometimes aided by active sodium and potassium pumps working tirelessly. That's why, after just a few minutes, you might feel your muscles ready to go again. And here's the good news for exercisers. The more regularly you train, the longer your muscles take to fatigue each time. As your body gets stronger, the efficiency of signal transmission and muscle contraction is optimized. You'll require fewer repeated cycles to lift a given weight. Fewer cycles mean slower ion depletion, allowing you to maintain the same intensity of exercise for a longer duration. Furthermore, exercise also helps to increase muscle mass. Larger muscles not only have greater ATP storage capacity, but also more efficient waste removal systems, pushing the fatigue threshold even further. Understanding why muscles get tired not only helps you train smarter, but also fosters a deeper appreciation for your body's incredible capacity for recovery and adaptation. As you've seen, distinct fatigue is not just a sensation, but a complex biological mechanism that protects your body from overload. Understanding these principles will help you optimize your training and recovery, achieving greater effectiveness in your health journey. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on more in-depth biomedical and health knowledge we'll bring to you. Together, let's unlock the limitless potential of the human body.